More high drama in the village of Dalton tonight, where embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard is trying to get down to business.
And that includes spending issues and a controversial move to try to appoint.
Tiffany Henyard, once hailed as a rising political star, now faces a storm of corruption allegations. While accusations of mismanaging community funds and corruption swirl around her, a determined lawyer has come forward with shocking revelations, claiming that Henyard has been playing the court system like a chessboard, using deceptive tactics to protect her power in Thornton Township. The lawyer, who wishes to remain anonymous due to fears of retaliation, alleges that Henyard has been manipulating court procedures to delay hearings, buying herself time to take drastic measures and influence the outcomes. She is accused of exploiting judicial loopholes and intimidating key witnesses to maintain control. Despite mounting evidence, Henyard has skillfully stayed one step ahead of her critics, leaving local residents confused and frustrated. According to the anonymous lawyer, Henyard's manipulation of the system goes beyond legal strategy. She has reportedly used her influence to intimidate opponents and keep them from exposing her actions. Public outrage has grown, with many in Thornton Township demanding a full investigation into Henyard's courtroom dealings. Adding fuel to the fire, Henyard has publicly threatened to arrest her political opponents, accusing them of orchestrating a smear campaign against her. In a nearly 90-minute Facebook rant, the embattled Democratic mayor lashed out at detractors, including members of her own administration. She called them conspirators and vowed to round them up, further fueling the controversy. With the allegations piling up and her actions under intense scrutiny, Henyard's grip on power appears increasingly fragile. The people of Thornton Township are demanding answers, and the story is far from over.
I will be seeking arrests for individuals involved. I will be pressing charges. It's a lot. And that's just me telling you a little.
Since her election in 2021, Tiffany Henyard's administration has consistently been in the spotlight, but not for the reasons she might have hoped. Her tenure has been marred by accusations of power abuse, lavish spending funded by taxpayers, and a series of legal and financial scandals. Allegations against Henyard suggest that she has used the legal system to her advantage, employing deceptive tactics to avoid accountability and maintain her grip on power in Dalton and Thornton Township. One of the most significant red flags of her time in office is a highly questionable financial report she recently submitted. Trustees have accused Henyard of filing false reports with the intent to manipulate Dalton's finances and derail ongoing investigations. The anonymous lawyer following Henyard's case has gone further, alleging that the financial records were tampered with to hide unauthorized transactions. These accusations are nothing new for Henyard, who has faced criticism for her lavish spending of taxpayer money, despite earning a hefty salary of over $300,000 per year from her dual roles as Dalton's mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. The audacity of submitting the altered financial reports, even under intense scrutiny, has shocked many. Sources close to the situation claim that Henyard did this to downplay any attention on irregularities that could expose her administration's questionable financial dealings. However, the manipulation of financial records is only the tip of the iceberg. According to the anonymous lawyer, Henyard has also been using intimidation tactics to silence those who could expose her corruption. One of the most alarming claims involves her alleged influence over Dalton police to intimidate whistleblowers and officials investigating her activities. Several individuals who initially stepped forward to testify against Henyard have suddenly retracted their statements, allegedly after being threatened with job losses or legal action. The number of recantations has raised suspicions of witness tampering and obstruction of justice, serious offenses, especially for someone holding public office. If proven true, these tactics could result in severe consequences for Henyard. In addition to these accusations, Henyard has been accused of stalling court proceedings by employing every delay tactic in the book. Her legal team has repeatedly filed motions to push back hearings, citing various reasons. Insiders suggest this is part of a larger strategy to buy time, allowing Henyard to cling to her position while sabotaging investigations and dragging out legal processes. She allegedly hopes to stay in office long enough to finish her term, dodging any convictions until she can leave on her own terms. Reports from local media sources back up these claims, indicating that Henyard and her legal team are carefully orchestrating these delays stretching the process out to run out the clock on her time in office. The alleged misconduct has caused public outrage, with local leaders calling for an independent investigation into her actions. If that wasn't enough, Henyard is now facing an eviction lawsuit from her landlord. Despite earning over $375,000 a year in combined income with her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, Henyard is being sued for months of unpaid rent. What began as a simple issue of unpaid rent has spiraled into a scandal, with Henyard allegedly refusing to pay her landlord, Janetta Hall, and even changing the locks and security passcodes to keep her out of the property. Hall, who has known Henyard for over 20 years and was once part of her campaign team, expressed her frustration, revealing that she feared losing her home to foreclosure because of Henyard's non-payment. Initially, most assumed the eviction was a minor issue that Henyard would quickly settle, but instead, she added yet another scandal to her growing list. The news of her unpaid rent, combined with the ongoing FBI investigation into her alleged corruption and taxpayer abuse, has fueled public outrage. Many are questioning how someone in Henyard's position could neglect such a basic responsibility as paying rent, further eroding public trust in her leadership. The situation has taken an even more bizarre turn with the recent revelation of a betrayal by one of Henyard's most loyal supporters, Trustee Stanley Brown. Brown, who had long backed Henyard despite the mounting allegations against her, has officially turned on her. He has joined those demanding accountability and is now distancing himself from the embattled mayor. The twist in this drama came when Henyard's attorney, Max Solomon, filed a lawsuit against the Board of Trustees, falsely claiming to represent Brown and other trustees without their consent. Brown vehemently denied ever authorizing such a lawsuit, calling it a breach of trust. This move by Henyard and her legal team appears to have backfired, damaging her credibility even further. In response, the trustees filed a motion seeking sanctions against Henyard and her attorney for what they describe as an unethical and unauthorized legal action. This latest betrayal has made it clear that Henyard is losing support from even her most trusted allies. Brown, once a staunch supporter, didn't just distance himself from Henyard, he publicly condemned her actions, slamming her for dragging his name into this mess without permission. This could be a major blow to Henyard's political career, as Brown has been a respected voice in the community. Losing his support is a significant setback, adding to her mounting legal troubles. Right now, Henyard is facing multiple lawsuits filed by her own community, an FBI investigation into the alleged misuse of federal funds, and growing public calls for accountability. The walls are closing in on her, and it seems that her once promising political career is rapidly unraveling. Her attempts to manipulate the legal system and silence her critics are only making things worse, leading many to believe that Henyard's time in office may soon be over. In the latest twist, mainstream news outlets have begun to dig into the unfolding drama in Dalton. As the media starts to shine a light on her scandal-ridden administration, Henyard's situation is becoming increasingly dire. With public trust at an all-time low and multiple legal challenges ahead, it's clear that Henyard's hold on power is slipping. If these allegations prove true, Henyard's actions could amount to serious criminal conduct. Between the witness tampering, financial manipulation, eviction drama, and betrayal from her own allies, the once promising political star now finds herself at the center of a massive scandal that could end her career. As the investigation continues and the media scrutiny intensifies, it's safe to say this story is far from over. The people of Thornton Township and Dalton are demanding answers, and many believe that the truth is far more disturbing than anyone initially realized. For those following the saga of Tiffany Henyard, the drama is just getting started, and there's more to uncover as the walls close in. Stay tuned for the latest updates, as the fallout from this political scandal is sure to continue making headlines in the months to come.